matter of getting ready. So this is on a folder that has the other graphics in it that we did from yesterday. So file, again, place, just placing this in there to use as a reference. Here's the location of it, and here's the file, just hitting place. So when you take a look at this, it's at an angle. It was shot on the screen from a distance, and just to see about trying to create this graphic. And what's going to happen is in the animation, this is going to be a solid piece. This part's going to be torn off, and then this ballot's going to fall right inside this voting box. Very simple graphic. Not sure who created it, but they did a pretty good job. So just from visually taking a look at it to try to build this section up. So taking a look, for example, at the vote section, just getting for the default lines coming in on the widget to turn the corners there, so you can kind of see that selection. And again, using as many of your knowledge of the software that you have. So here's again, just kind of take a rectangular shape for that, and taking the text tool, just clicking all caps, voting on there, highlighting that. I'm just going to go up to maybe Arial Black for that. It's a bold font. Just shift key it up like this. Make sure it's centered on its own type, on its own volition there, and looking at there. So you're using that as a reference. Here's another piece that has this section into it, and zoom in a little bit. See if it'll let me take the widget from here. And so there you have it. Not too difficult. Taking all of this with the align tool, just aligning it to selection, making sure and making it centered from there. Just happen to be pretty close. And then just kind of going through it a little bit, keeping that pretty large since it's going to be a section. So just use an eyedrop tool, command to get the selection back so you can kind of see that. If this is going to be white or a color, you can make that pretty easily. And once the color is chosen, you're not sure which color you're highlighting, you can double click and make a little bit more intense color for yourself, that kind of thing there, or if you know what color you want right from there. So I'm just using the eyedropper and the keystroke to build that up. Again, if you want to modify the color, change it a little bit. And it doesn't hurt as you're building this up, just to group it together, and now you have that selection there. And then coming down, taking a look at this pencil, again trying to make it a quick graphic, just as we've been doing with the drawings. So you can hit the default color, click off of this, just making that shape, zoom in a little bit, not too much, and that gives you this side selection. Here's a panel using the letter A just to grab these 2 points, trying to look at the reference at the same time. Maybe should move over there, which I'll do in a second. So here's this selection, which is the end of the pencil. Make it a little bit easier to see. And coming across. So again, taking a look at this shape, approximately putting that point to, I'll just go ahead and get a color on there so you can see it. Take the direct selection, click on that point, just move it across. So there's the panel. You could redraw it or try to use the parts. I have this graphic, I'm just going to lock it. You can see it's going to get in my way here. So this one can take the reflection tool, just option and click, hit preview, hit vertical or horizontal, copy, and either double click or use the eyedrop tool to get a darker yellow. So that's just quickly building these colors up. Eyedrop for that. So I'm just using the keystroke to select this piece and letting the other tools kind of build that up. not varying it. You can, just trying to minimize this. Maybe make that a little tighter for that piece. If I grab this and hold the Option, it'll stretch it out on both sides. So again, just as it becomes a simple graphic, you still want to make it look good. Same with this one. With the pencil itself, I may just stretch this out and eyedrop it with that color. Take the so just kind of taking that section and coloring it like that. So just kind of stealing that graphic. Just move this down a little bit. And now I see I might have added a point here. Direct selection key. And like I said, there's many ways to do this, so I'm sure you can come up with a couple that'll look good. Select that. Oops. Selection tool and just send it behind. So now when I zoom out of here, I have this whole pencil and just group that together. So now I have this piece over here. The last part, probably the harder one, is going to be the ballot, because you want to try to anticipate the shape and seeing how much selections